Hey friends! Yay! Okay, this is like a new feature on Facebook. I can show you my link to work with me. I have no idea what it looks like for you guys. It looks like nothing on my end, but it says it's showing, so we'll see. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Brittany Budd, and I am the content queen. I help female entrepreneurs to build and scale their businesses to 6 figures and beyond using organic social media marketing strategies. And tonight, I'm just gonna kind of break down for you what exactly a content strategy is. What's the difference between content, marketing, sales, copy? Feels like a lot when it looks as though everyone is just kind of doing the same thing. They're just putting out words and saying things, and it just happens to be working for some people and not working quite as well for others. And that is just simply false. I'm just at my daughter's cheer right now. I did do the Halloween nails, girls. I did it. They're kind of neat, eh? It was Halloween day at cheer, and I completely forgot. So she's not wearing a costume, but all the other girls are wearing costumes, but it's fine. Whatever. Sometimes we just make mistakes. It's fine. Hopefully she doesn't even really notice. Okay, so let's dive straight into it. If you have questions, please feel free to write them in the comments, and hopefully they show up. Sometimes they do, sometimes I don't. And I'll answer them for you as best I can while we're here so that you are getting the help and support that you need. One thing that's new that Facebook just launched, I saw, but I don't have the feature yet. I know everyone was kind of like, groups are dead, and the at everyone tag was kicking a dead horse, everybody hated it. But actually, for me as a group expert and a social media expert, I thought, no, there's something else going on here, and I was right. Facebook groups are now starting to get the ability to do regular welcome posts to new members, and it'll just automatically, you set it up, and every week or month or however often you want to do it, it'll just post for you and tag the new members for you just automatically. How helpful is that? Okay, so let's talk about content and marketing and strategies and copy and selling. How do I fucking get clients, right? That's the number one question that I see in other Facebook groups. It's the number one question that I am asked. It's probably the number one question that most female entrepreneurs in the online space are asked. How are you getting clients? How are you making so much money? What am I missing? What am I not doing that everyone else seems to be doing? Because from the outside, yeah, it looks like we just write whatever, whenever, and it just happens to work. And that's not the case. Our content is strategic. We have a plan all of the time. I always have an idea. I'm a manifesting generator, so strict and stringent plans don't vibe with me, but I always have a goal that I'm working towards. I know exactly the topics I want to talk about, but I'm very much an inspired person. This is one of the things that, I really hid my genius at first, because I saw so many experts saying, oh, well, if you want to be successful, you have to batch your content. And that works for a lot of people, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. It does not work for me at all. My inspiration just kind of comes and goes. I'm constantly being inspired by things. And so for me, creating something in the moment when I'm inspired to it is extremely helpful. But that said, I still have a strategy behind the topics that I'm talking about, how I'm talking about them, and what I'm trying to accomplish with them. So it's not that we're just out there just saying whatever and it just happens to work every single time. Sometimes it doesn't even work, friends. But we're really intentional about the goal of our content. And so content for content's sake could be anything. We are all content creators, whether you like it or not. Every time you post a status, every time you post an update, every time you comment on something, every time you go live, you are creating content. Like, the world is consumerism. We're all consumers. If you're on here watching me right now, you are consuming what I am saying. And when I hang up, I still gotta sit here when my daughter's at cheer. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go consume too. I'm gonna look to be entertained. I'm gonna look to be educated. I'm gonna look to be informed about things. I'm gonna maybe learn something new or have a laugh. Like, that's what we are constantly doing. And anytime you put anything out into the world for other people to see, you are creating content. So, like, let's take all the pressure off of what content is. It's simply just saying stuff, posting pictures, making posts, going live, talking about things you like. Okay, but how do you get paid with that? It's way more strategic than just being like, here's a picture of my dinner today. Unless you're like an intuitive eating coach or like a chef or something like that. Okay. Marketing is how you get people to know, like, and trust you. Again, this is all intentional stuff, friends. So when you're marketing and sales are usually used together, but sometimes they're used to be the same thing and they're not. Marketing is the content that you are putting out for your people to consume that helps them to know, like, and trust you quicker, faster, forge those relationships, networking, and really warming them up to what it is that you are selling. And so you can do it through stories, like telling stories, obviously like Facebook and Instagram stories as well, but storytelling is a huge part of creating great marketing. Telling your own stories, telling stories about your clients. Usually when you're newer in business, you're telling your own stories. And then as you start getting clients, you are able to start telling some of their stories as well. And so that's really how you utilize marketing to warm up your audience. This is how you're growing your audience. This is how, you educate people on what you do, who you are, how you help them, the results that they are going to get, why they should give a shit about that. This is how, like I said, your followers grow in numbers. You get a growing email list. You get engagement. Sometimes engagement's fickle. Let me just drop this thought in. If you were a consumer, which you are, how often do you engage with other people's content? Like, be honest. Probably not very fucking much. So, no shame, but don't beat yourself up when people are also not engaging a ton with your content. They're also just scrolling and consuming. They might give a like once in a while, just like you. Like, your ideal client's habits are very similar to your habits, your social media habits. So it's okay if people are not engaging. Lots of my high-level clients never commented on anything I ever did, and then just boom, they were applying to work with me, and I was like, who are you? This is so much fun. It's like, don't overthink it. It's not that serious. And then copy is the words that you use when you are specifically selling something. You're giving a strong call to action, and a strong call to action does not look like, hey, let's chat, because that doesn't do anything for people. Your call to action needs to compel them to take action. You need to tell them exactly what to do. If you want them to DM you, say, DM me right now. I personally don't love the DM feature or like option or suggestion to people, because a lot of people really overthink, and they will overthink what to DM you about, and then they will just like talk themselves out of DMing you. Even though they want to hire you, they'll talk themselves out of it because they don't want to bother you. They don't know what to say. They are worried that they're going to go too long, or that, maybe you're going to decide that you can't work with them. So they just kind of hold back. I like getting people into an application or onto a phone call. Or you can like really direct them if you really want to go in the DMs. Be like, DM me with like this word or this phrase so I can talk to you. And like take the pressure off of them in that way. But you want to be telling them exactly what you want them to do. And friends, you want to be telling them to do the same thing every time. Like, it can't be like, comment below, DM me, book a call, comment below with an emoji. Like, you're all over the place. They want to see you consistently telling them what to do. It's kind of like toddlers, right? Like, we're constantly redirecting our kids to be better people. And it's not like the first time you say something, they're just like, got it. Like, no, like, I'm still reminding my kids about, like, before I left right now, my boys had t-shirts on the floor that they had been wearing outside, and they stripped them off because they had a leaf fight. It's like, hello, you're 7 and 8 years old. When has the floor been the laundry basket? Like, like I still have to remind them every single day. So same with your audience. You've got to tell them over and over and over again. So keep it the same and keep it so simple. You want to make sure that in your copy and in your marketing, you're telling people what you do, how you help them. Own the fuck out of the results that you can get somebody. Like, if you're going to have a conversation with me, especially as a business coach, I want you to tell me exactly why someone should hire you. And if it's kind of wishy-washy, like, oh, well, they're going to get more confidence, or, oh, they're going to be more happier in their relationships, that's not compelling enough for someone to pay you hundreds of dollars, if not a few $1,000s, if not tens of thousands of dollars. You need to make it so fucking good that they're like, oh my goodness, like, let's just sync up bank accounts. You just funnel money into my bank account. Like, I want you to take my money. So you want to make sure that you are really being so clear and being so bold in how you help people. Okay. And then the other thing is you want to pay attention to the things that you are currently selling. Now, I always tell my clients, like, especially in the early days, but like, you don't want to have a business that's busy, and you've got a new thing coming out every week, because again, your audience is going to get confused. You're going to get confused. You're going to get tired. You're going to get burnout. This is not what we want. And so if you have like one offer that you're doing, I like to have like my 2 offers, my membership and like my one-on-one mastermind hybrid. Those are my 2 main offers. And then I'll do like pop-up offers, like a couple of times a year, like the 5K in 30 days content boot camp, the 5K in 30 days Reels edition boot camp, the fuck yes 5-day manifestation masterclass that ends tomorrow. In December, I'm going to launch another one for you guys. Like, these are just like random little things. And so when I am creating my content, even though I'm very inspired, I have an end goal every time. And it's either getting more people on my list, or like getting like a quick cash injection, or signing one-on-one clients and filling up my wait list. I know exactly what my end goal is when it comes to my content and marketing strategy. I'm growing my list. I'm growing people into my group. I'm getting more eyeballs. I'm getting visible, or I'm selling something that costs actual money. And so my content, with respect to that content strategy, is focused on getting people from where they are to being closer to me, being in my world a little bit closer, right? And sometimes like my lower end stuff or my free stuff will funnel. It often will, and it will funnel people to work with me in a higher capacity, in a more high touch, high level, high access capacity, because that's what they want, but they need to get warmed up to me first. And so part of the strategy is, what is your goal right now? And then putting out content that supports that goal, and your goals are constantly going to be changing. Okay. The other thing that you want to really pay attention to is what's going on in the social media, like online space right now. We know that short video, this is why I did the Reels challenge, the short video is like trumping everything right now. And so as a content master expert, I am constantly studying what's going on the different social media and search engine platforms so that my clients can get the best content strategies based on what their goals are. So it's like, it's not a one size fits all. It's not like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, where the pants just fit all the girls of all shapes and sizes. That is not a good content strategy. Every one of my one-on-one hybrid clients that come into brittanybudd.com/content gets a customized strategy, because everyone's goals are different. Everyone's audience is different. Everyone's style of marketing and sales is different. And so we have to honor that. It doesn't mean that you have to be showing up every single day, multiple times a day, but consistency means something, right? It means that you do show up on a regular basis. Like when we were watching TV, I always think of like being like 11, 12 years old, being allowed Thursday nights. Friends was on at 9 every Thursday, new episode of Friends. My mom used to let me stay up late and watch it. I got to stay up till 9:30 to watch Friends with her. that was consistent. Like, it wasn't every day. We were watching Friends every day, every 5 minutes, but it was consistent. And so we have to figure out, what does consistency mean for you? How can we train your audience to like expect that from you? And then utilizing those warm bodies and those sets of eyeballs that are watching you, how do we get them to pay you? Okay, and so every content strategy is different. I'm not down with swipe copy. I think that that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm not up for like pre-schedule like content like schedule, or I just think that's a bunch of bullshit, because it takes out all the authenticity and all the humanness of what you are. You really have to make sure that you're walking your talk with respect to what you're doing. You have to be a real human. A huge part of having a good content and marketing strategy is being a real person behind what you teach, and like energetically matching the things that you teach, so that they understand, oh, this girl definitely knows what she's talking about because she's doing it for herself, and I'm watching her do it right now, so I definitely want to hire her. It's all strategic to get clients. Again, we think, if I just show up, like, it looks like I just show up, it looks like I just say whatever and it just works for me. I have a strategy in place, guys. I have goals. I know exactly what I'm working toward. I know exactly like what I'm going to do to make it happen. And the great thing about having a one-on-one like mentor is that when it feels like it's not quite working, we can very quickly troubleshoot and pivot and tweak to make it work in real time. That's why I give my clients Slack access to me. Like, if you're in a launch and you're not, like, look at my friend Anna. She was in a launch. She had already launched for over a week, 0 signups. Happy to report this girl's up to 7 signups as of today. And she still has until Sunday night or Monday morning, however she wants to do it, to fill her program. She only needs 3 more people. She's only taking 10 people into her program right now. And because of one conversation that we had in person at the airport at 5:30 in the morning, I told her what she needed to say to her audience, because I understand the psychology of people buying, people getting warmed up, people purchasing, the emotions that they want to be feeling, the emotions that they will be feeling after they buy. I understand how to sell. I understand how to market. I understand how to grow your audience. I know all of these things. And so I gave her tons of strategy as well as content ideas, saying, okay, you need to tell them about this, you need to tell them about that, you need to go into their heads. What are they thinking? Talk to me about the program. Talk to me about what you think they're thinking about. We had a huge conversation for like 30 minutes, and she has been implementing the content that I recommended to her, and the content ideas and strategies to come up with the content, because I'm not going to write your content for you. I'm not a fucking copywriter. I am for myself, but someone said to me while I was away, don't outsource your lovemaking. And that's exactly it. Like, the way that I market and sell is done by me and me only. That will be a job that I will never outsource. I don't think I'll ever hire a copywriter, because that's my lovemaking. That's how I date my audience. That's how I have them fall in love with me. And that's how I fall in love with them back. And that's how we forge a relationship, because the coaching relationship, my friends, is more intimate than any other relationship. Trust me. I have heard it all. I have heard things that no one in the world has ever heard in their lives. But those deep secrets, I know deep secrets about my clients. And so you can't outsource being a real human. You can't outsource your knowledge and your expertise and like being the authority and the leader in your niche. You can't outsource that. That is you. And so when we work together one-on-one, we're not outsourcing that stuff. We're pulling it out of you. I'm going to help you say the things that they need to hear that is still so aligned with you and feels good for you, so that you don't get burnt out, but you do get fully booked. You do fill up your programs. You do have a wait list. You do like max out your freebies and things like that, and grow your audience and grow your email list and all of the different goals that you have. And I help you to create offers and programs that support that expertise as well, so that part of the content strategy makes perfect sense for the things that you are selling. And so friends, like, all the advice I can give you is pick a goal and then put out marketing and copy that supports that goal. What do people want to hear from you? What do they need to know about you, about this offer, and why they should have it? And this is how you start getting clients. You just start selling really, really well. Okay? I hope that that helped you and cleared a lot of things up. Let's talk really quick. Like, okay, your email list is for warming and selling. Your Facebook group is for warming and selling. Stories are for selling. Reels are for brand awareness. All of you, like, your content should be putting out a personal brand. Like, you already have a personal brand, whether you know it or not. And this is the way you're perceived. So this is very important with respect to that know, like, and trust factor and people deciding if they want to hire you or not. And so reels are really great, and lives are really great ways to educate and very quickly warm up your audience, because they're seeing you, they're hearing you, they're getting a taste of your personality and what you're really like. Because when we're reading, it's really hard to get tone and understand, like, what this person really sounds like. So when we're doing lives and reels, that is brand visibility, that is personal brand awareness. And so that just really builds up that emotional connection. Carousels are great for educating. Standalone posts, obviously educating, marketing, selling, all of those things you can warm up, because there are people that read and there are people that do video. Those people never overlap. Okay. So you've got the people that read. If you're going to start doing video, like, pro tip, turn the captions on, because the people that read do not watch video, but they will watch your video if they can read the captions while you're speaking. Okay, so that's a little pro tip, because you want to make sure that you're getting both groups of people. They don't overlap at all. They're two completely different groups of people that do not overlap. Like YouTube Shorts, same thing, building up that audience quickly. Pinterest pins, idea pins, building up that audience really quickly, selling to those people. Idea pins are the short form video on Pinterest. So you got to understand, like, podcasts, putting podcasts in stories to drive them into, like, becoming a podcast subscriber with you, and you can sell in your podcast. Like, there's so many different ways. Please don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to do all of them, but you need to know what ones you want to do and then do those things. And then that's why we have, again, content strategies. We know what we want to do. We know where we want to be. We know how we want to sell to these people. And then we just start putting out content that supports those goals for us so that we can serve those people and get paid. That's what we want. We're trying to get paid here. We're running businesses. Sales, marketing, content, copy, audience building, brand awareness. These are all things that you have to have going for you in order to get those paying clients. Okay. So if you have questions, please, again, if you're watching this on the replay, do not hesitate to drop questions in the comments. I'm happy to help you. And if you are ready to create a content strategy that's going to make you 6 figures in the next 12 months or less, multiple 6 figures in the next 12 months, go to brittanybudd.com/content and apply to work with me now. I have made over 100K my first year of business, 250K my second year of business, all because of my content. I understand content, marketing, and sales better than anybody out there. I do not have a team of people doing marketing for me. I do it all myself. I do not pay for ads. I do it all myself. And I know how to help my clients do it too, because lots of my clients are making 5-figure months with their brilliance. So let me help you. There's no good reason to wait to start making a lot of money. Like, let's make a lot of money right now. This is one of those things that it doesn't just, like, suddenly click into place. You need to have an expert helping you along the way, guiding you, mentoring you, and giving you all of the tips of the things that are happening behind the scenes. In my Slack channel, I just shared with the girls, like, a new trending audio that's blowing up faster than you can say Taylor Swift. It's a Taylor Swift audio because of her new album. So I was like, girls, go use this audio right now. Lots of my girls in the Reels Bootcamp have gone viral because I know how to sell and I know how to market and I know how to come up with a great content strategy that is customized to you. BrittanyBudd.com/content. Go utilize the tips that I just gave you. Figure out what your goal is for November and make content that supports it. Again, you need help? Let's work together one-on-one and get you fucking rich with your content. All right, my loves, have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.